Welcome back to Goal Side. Among the questions posed to football fans, one of the most interesting is, what is your favorite type of football player? The answer to this can be complex. Some fans like players that act as workhorses. Others enjoy admiring the most lethal strikers, while another group prefers to watch tricky midfielders and wingers that can dribble past 3 or 4 defenders before chipping the keeper and scoring a winning goal. While most fans are forced to choose between one type and the other, making the tough decision of picking the best player out of each group, many will be surprised to know that some of the best football players have been able to perform several of these roles at once. In fact, there's a famous football player from England now playing in North America's Major League Soccer League who could do all of those things simultaneously and more. A man who, over the course of more than a decade and still to this day, has evolved his style of football several times without complaint, excelling at every position he's played in, no matter what. A story stained with controversy, laden with trophies and decorated with goals, there's a tale behind this legend who changed the face of English football and offered a new dimension to the Premier League. This is the admirable tale of Wayne Rooney, the famous Wonder Boy. Born in Merseyside, Wayne Rooney started his football career with enormous promise. A young Everton fan, he would watch the legendary Brazilian Ronaldo Nazario powering his way past defenders in Italy and Spain, imagining himself doing the same in his own country. He is remembered for calling Ronaldo the best out-and-out striker he had ever seen. Such was his admiration for the Brazilian. This led him to train harder as a child than anyone else he knew, becoming a child star for Liverpool's schoolboy side, where he scored an incredible 72 goals in one of his seasons. This was followed by another world-class season, this time in the junior leagues, where he managed to score 99 goals in his final season. 99 goals in one season, at the age of 9. Can you believe it? It was at this point that he was noticed by an important scout at Everton, and the blue side of Merseyside knew that this was a huge player that was starting to shine among the city's youngsters. Rooney was approached by Everton at the age of 9, hitting the ground running as he immediately scored an almost unheard of 114 goals in 29 games for Everton's under-10s and 11s. Managers in every level of the junior leagues were impressed by his football ability, even more so when he represented Everton's under-19s at the early age of 15. He was a true phenomenon, scoring not only big amounts of goals, but also goals which were significant to his side. Still, it was nothing compared to the inevitable announcement that would soon be made, with Rooney's childhood dream also coming true. He was to be included in Everton's first team as a squad player. What this meant was that he was about to play for his childhood club in the English Premier League. This move, made by the decision-makers of the club and risky as it was, reaped its rewards almost immediately, as he first scored a goal in a 2002 preseason friendly, and then notched an assist in his first start as an Everton first-team player against Tottenham Hotspur. It only took 2 months more for Rooney to score his first goals at the club, scoring 2 past Wrexham in the League Cup to help Everton win, and he thus became Everton's youngest ever goal scorer. Another massive goal a few days later came when Wayne scored the winner against Arsenal, ending the North London club's 30-match unbeaten streak, making him the youngest goal scorer in the Premier League history, and leading an amazed Arsene Wenger to claim that young Wayne was the best talent in England he'd ever seen since starting his tenure as Arsenal manager. It was just the beginning for Rooney and his meteoric rise, and shortly after receiving the 2002 BBC Award for Young Sports Personality of the Year, he was signed on a professional contract, earning more than many adult players at the time. He repaid both of these awards by continuing to score the crucial goals that would help get him attention from the biggest names in English football, including equalizers and winners that put him on the headlines every other week of the season. It was inevitable now. Everton were going to have big trouble keeping the bigger clubs away from their young star, and more teams were talking about landing this incredible young striker before the opportunity passed. It was the year 2004, and Wayne Rooney was only 18. Yet he was being chased by clubs such as Newcastle and Manchester United, who were both willing to part with large transfer fees to secure his services. A bidding war began between the two clubs, concluding memorably with Sir Alex Ferguson himself convincing Manchester United's board that they absolutely needed to land this young player no matter what, which prompted them to cough up the huge fee, at the time, of £25.6 million and reducing Everton's chairman, Bill Kenwright, to tears as he faced the prospect of losing Everton's boy. By the end of August, the deal had been closed. Wayne Rooney was a Manchester United player, and he didn't take long to impress Sir Alex and the old Trafford faithful. The Scot watched Rooney closely in training, knowing full well that the 18-year-old's debut was just a matter of time away from taking place. And so it came, this massive chance for Wayne in the UEFA Champions League against Fenerbahce. Expecting a win that would give them a great start to their Champions League campaign, Rooney was named in the lineup that would play against the Turkish giants at Old Trafford. Pundits and United's rivals alike had been criticizing him and doubting his potential as a United player for a couple of months now, but he walked onto the pitch with his head held high and fully prepared for what was coming. The result? It took only 17 minutes for Rooney to score his first United goal, firing the ball past keeper with his left foot after receiving a perfect ball from Van Nistelrooy. A second followed soon after as he took a medium-range shot to beat the keeper after having beaten a defender just moments before. Not content with this, Rooney stepped up to take a free kick soon after and scored an impressive goal that guaranteed his first hat-trick, and a new record for the youngest player ever to score a hat-trick in the Champions League. The crowds erupted, the commentators roared into their microphones, and the reporters went mad, writing countless articles about how this young talent had silenced his haters in a single appearance as a United player. It was the beginning of a truly glorious career. It's important that you understand just how influential Wayne has been for English football. Before the arrival of players like Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, and more recently, Harry Maguire and Jadon Sancho, Rooney was the face for English football and the England national team in general, appearing in countless football commercials due to his Nike sponsorship, including the 2010 and 2014 World Cup advertisements. He was also the face for the UK versions of FIFA from 2006 to 2012, and at one point, he was also the 5th best paid footballer in the world. But more importantly, his footballing prowess extended to almost every single position on the pitch. How so, you may ask, since you probably only recall him playing up front? You see, after making the massive move to Manchester United from Everton, where he played exclusively as a striker, Sir Alex soon decided that Rooney could continue to show his talents as a player without pushing other strikers at the club out of their position. Van Nistelrooy was one such player at the club when Rooney arrived, and it was the young Evertonian's job to find a new role that could still add value to the side without hurting the Dutchman's chances. He accomplished this with ease, playing as a second striker, a number 10, and even as a wide forward as he helped Nistelrooy continue his scoring streak. When the Dutchman left and Ronaldo became his new partner in crime, followed by Tevez, Rooney was happy to play behind him, assisting the Portuguese star in every attack, even if it meant scoring less goals and racking up more assists instead. His development as a number 10 would progress to its peak when Chicharito first and then Robin van Persie were brought to the club. He formed an incredible partnership with the Dutchman, building a dangerous link that ended in many goals and plenty of points for his club, including a memorable volley goal that not only won Manchester United their 2012-13 league title, it was named by Robin van Persie himself as the best goal ever. Impressive. Rooney would also go on to show promise as a central midfielder, tracking back efficiently and making excellent passes, although this change in position came too later in his career, and managers realized that he was too slow to be fighting for the ball at the center of the pitch. His award-winning football style was certainly better applied up front. Talking of awards, Rooney is one of the most decorated active players in world football, having won 5 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, 3 League Cups, 1 UEFA Europa League, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, and a single UEFA Champions League trophy in 2008. He was also the PFA Young Player of the Year twice and PFA Players Player of the Year once. Earned the Golden Boy Award in 2004 and was the Premier League Player of the Season for the 2009 and 10 edition of the league. Furthermore, Wayne Rooney's famous overhead kick against Manchester City, an image which is still fresh in the eyes of many, was named Premier League Goal of the 20 seasons, a highly respectable honor considering that it came against Manchester United's local rivals. And since we're on that matter, it's important to note that, despite being born in Liverpool, Merseyside, Wayne has never liked world-famous Liverpool FC or anything surrounding them. He famously claimed that Liverpool winning the Premier League in 2019 would have been a nightmare, and was also surrounded by controversy in 2009 when he admitted he absolutely hated Liverpool FC as a club. Funnily enough, controversy has been one of the biggest features of Rooney, which football analysts have focused on. Legal trouble with former Everton and later United manager David Moyes, a drunk driving conviction, an arrest for intoxication, and his numerous infidelities, despite being married, have made Wayne Rooney an easy target for the press, leading them to constantly focus on how he and his wife, as well as childhood girlfriend Colleen, are doing. Regardless of this, however, Wayne Rooney has had a stellar football career, having gained the immensely honorable awards of top goal scorer for both clubs and country, scoring the crucial record 50th goal for England against Switzerland in 2015 and the record 249th goal for United in January 2017, surpassing the legendary Sir Bobby Charlton in both records. His time at Everton, twice, Manchester United, and now DC United, as well as playing for the England national team, have shown the world that, whatever happens outside of the game, Wayne Rooney lives for playing football and helping his side improve. A servant of the game who can do anything from scoring, passing, defending, or even the odd goal line clearance. Any team with Rooney in it will be better than the ones without it. We hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Goal Side. Don't forget to subscribe for more.